welcome back to my video, and today we're going to be talking about Peter Pan and Wendy. Before I start this video, I would like to just say I just got this new mic today, and I thought I'd do it on this video, which I did point out in this video many times. I got a new mic and I'm going to use it. Yeah, it's still not plugged in, man. As you can tell by that reaction, I did not plug the mic in, so I thought my audio was going to be great on this video, but it's clearly not going to be now because my mic wasn't plugged in the whole entire time. And I'm a massive Peter Pan fan, so I thought I would do a not a reaction, I've got notes written down. We're going to do a review. I hope you're ready. So, as I say, by the way, we are talking to a microphone. It's hopefully my audio is a bit better than before, so we'll see. But yes, I've always loved Peter Pan. I'm a massive Peter Pan fan. I've got collections. I've dressed up as Wendy. My husband dressed as Peter Pan. I'm a big fan. I've always loved the Peter Pan version of 2003. That will always be in my heart. It will always be the best version. So when this got announced, I was so excited. Like, you should see, like, if you saw my reactions, you know, I was so excited for it. I was ready for another Peter Pan to come out. I was ready. I was all for it. And then I watched it. It was on Disney Plus. It got released Friday, I believe. And I watched it. I just watched the second half now, so I've got a lot to talk about. I am reading from my notes, so if I'm looking over here, that is why. And I really do hope this audio is better than before. So yeah, let's get into the video. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing I put down was loving the diversity. I really do love the diversity in this film, such as the Lost Boys. The diversity between all of them are really good, and especially when they commented about the girls, or Wendy commented they were Lost Boys, and they were like, so what? So yeah, I really did like that. And I really liked the flying scene where they go through the clock and it's like slow motion and stuff. I really liked that. This might be a really quick review because I've just got notes. I'm just gonna read off my notes. I really loved how they did Tiger Lily. You know, the deep conversation between Tiger Lily and Wendy were really fascinating, and like Tiger Lily talking in her own language, and it's just a very deep. We got more from Tiger Lily than we did in like other films, and I really liked that. I'm gonna keep saying like because that's the only word I know in the vocab. Okay, but no, I really did like that. Oh god. Okay, I must admit though, Wendy, bit rude, ain't she? I mean, she slapped Peter Pan. Can I just say that? She slapped Peter Pan. I mean, very rude. I mean, who slaps Peter Pan? I mean, I know we all want to sort of at times, but we don't actually slap him around the face. And then after that slap, we had like a really weird transition. Like, it looked like, you know, if I edit right now on my my computer, and it's on like a really cheap editing website, it kind of feels like that. It was very random, so I don't know what happened there, but okay, it was just very random. Getting into the film a little bit more, we know what kind of happens. They kind of just did what they did in the 2003 film. They fight, here's a codfish, blah blah. So we know that. But then we get into deeper details, which I'm a bit about. I'm a bit like 50-50 about. So I really, we find out that Hook is Peter's mate, which we kind of knew that was coming. But at the same time, the way they were acting, it kind of felt like he was meant to be this brother, not his friend, because the way they were acting, it kind of sounded like it was going to be his brother, and he was going to be like, oh yeah, Hook's my brother, but it ended up being his best friend, which, okay, is fine. It just felt like it was going to be a bit more, but the way they acted, I would say as well, the colouring of the film is kind of boring. Like, it kind of just doesn't, it's not vibrant. It's like proper grey, especially like Neverland. It just looks like London. You know what I mean? Like, Neverland just looks like London. There's no vibrance, there's no magic feels there. It doesn't feel like Neverland is magical. It just feels so grey and dim, and that just didn't really me, you know what I mean? But when they were fighting and stuff and the crocodile comes, bitch, that crocodile is so damn chunky and massive and big, and I'm like, yes, go for it. That is a massive crocodile. Thing that is very different to the films before is Tinkerbell, the fairy, is nice to Wendy. Nice to Wendy. Since like, I'm not even saying like later in the film, I'm literally saying like from when we got introduced, she was nice to Wendy. Since when? Since when was that a thing? There was some musical numbers. I mean, I love a good musical and I love musicals, but I wasn't really expecting like music and singing in this Peter Pan. But I did like the pirate song where Wendy walks the plank and they're all singing that song. Quite like that. But other than that, I'm very confused. And as we get into the film, Peter, obviously, spoiler alert, gets killed by Hook. Who knew? And but then, you know, his shadow helps Tiger Lily. No, his shadow gets out of Peter Pan and goes all the way to Tiger Lily. I mean, the physics, people. Other thing that I like is that Hook recognises a song that Wendy was singing, and there was a little bit of a moment between them when she was on his ship, and he was like, I know this song from somewhere, where is it from? And she's like, it's what my mother used to sing and all this lot. And I thought it was really good to do that, right? But then the storyline felt like something else was going to be going between, like he was just going to say, that's my mother, or something stupid. Like, you know what, I thought there was going to be a connection there with how they were acting. Again, like what I said before, I thought there was going to be a deeper storyline, but yeah, there wasn't. But apparently Hook recognised the song and his mother used to sing, and then Hook's storyline was really good, to be fair. I mean, Hook himself was very boring, but his storyline was really good. I keep saying really good, and that's what I mean. How much do you know in your vocabulary? Oh, I do know really good. The little detail of when Peter was saved by Tiger Lily and they went to the ship to save everyone. He brought the teddy bear and threw it. I was like, oh, that's so nice. And the bite of the boat scene on the bike was really good. Oh my god, I keep saying really good. The boat on the scene on the boat was like a masterpiece. There we go, masterpiece. And the way it went upside down and the way they were like fighting in the ship, top notch. Peter Pan himself says sorry to Captain Hook. I mean, who knew that was gonna be a thing, right? Yeah, he said sorry to Captain Hook and then called him James and then saved him. I mean, well, tried to save him, yeah. Wow, that's what I'm gonna say. I quite like that though. Like, it was a little sorry. And I actually felt sad for Captain Hook when he went into the water. I remember 2003 version. I was like, hell yes, bye Hook, ball. And then as soon as he lands in the water in this film, I'm like, oh, I feel bad. Though the second part of the film is better than the first part of the film. The second part gets way much better. It gets, because I think it's because there's more details, there's more storyline. I think it just gets a lot better in the second part. The first part I was a bit like, oh, I want to go to sleep now. Like, I love Peter Pan. Like, Peter Pan is my life, and I'm just there like hating this film. But then like I went to the second part today and I was like, okay, this is okay now. So we'll say that. When they come back though, and the Lost Boys come back and Peter comes back, right? The parents aren't shocked they're back. The parents aren't shocked they're back. I don't know why, but they're not shocked. They're just like, cool. Like, you woke us up, kind of like reaction. I was a bit like, oh, okay. And I was waiting for the line, boy, why are you crying? In the first part of the film. Do you know where they put it? Do you know where they put it? Peter Pan was on the roof, and when he came out and then said, boy, why are you crying? So it was in the second part of the film. I mean, okay. That's what I mean. It's the first part of the film just does not like get its it doesn't get there. But then at the second part, when it's near the ending, it finally gets somewhere. It's very confusing. And then we find out Peter lived where Wendy lived. Again, really nice detail, really nice touch. I mean, I don't know how to say about this film. It's a very mixed reactions. At the first part, when I watched the first part, I was like, right, this film is not for me. I don't like it. This was a disappointment. Why am I watching it? Why? Like, I feel like this is not the Peter Pan that I used to grow up with. This is not the vibe. There was no vibrance. There was no magic, and I just felt like, oh, this is not what I grew up with. What is happening? Then I watched the second half today and was just like, okay, that is decent now. It's decent, but it's not a film that I would watch again and again like I do with the 2003 film. I just feel like the 2003 movie is just like more magical, and we will never feel that again, which I know we won't. But this film is a hit and miss. Like, it hits good sometimes, like the details, or like especially the ending and the end part of it, that really does really well. But some of it, oh my god, it's horrible, it's terrible. I don't know what to think about this movie. To be completely honest with you, I don't know if I like it or I hate it. I think I'm a bit like 50-50, to be fair. If I have to rate it out of 5, I'll give it like a, what's half a 5? I give it like a 3 out of 5. It's not terrible, but it's not great. But yeah, that was my reaction. Well, not my reaction. That was my review of Peter Pan and Wendy. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.